Hey, Sticky Fingers Cam crew. I am back with another video. And in today's video, it takes us to Publix where we have Sticky Fingers female trying to impersonate a cop. And also, guys, trying to put $1,500 worth of food items in the grocery cart and trying to take them out of the door. So let's just go ahead and jump into this video.
Okay, what happened? What's going on though?
She's leaving.
Okay, but what happened?
She has all kinds of stuff. She wanted to walk out. She tried to walk out with all of these bags of stuff in the bags that she took off the
Okay, and she didn't pay for none of the stuff?
We got it all back. So my store manager's on this side.
She said she was a Broward County officer. I gave it to her. It looked like it was a temporary tag. I don't remember what I said, but
yeah, it's a blue Mercedes.
Yeah, but she could be going.
Okay, there's a couple other units, but so.
She says she's a Broward County sheriff's officer.
Okay. Okay, there's two other units. I'm gonna go over there and we'll come back.
Ma'am, you stopped the lady?
I am my store manager.
What happened?
Well, she had those pink bags right there.
Mm-hmm.
She had hidden one of those behind the Hallmark rack on aisle 11.
Okay.
And then when we saw her, she was on aisle 9 loading up all of these kind of bags
Okay.
of stuff. Then she came through the registers with this and wanted to know why everybody was asking her if she needed help. And then she's like, well, I'm just going to leave this. But then she went back and got all the stuff she had already bagged up and came to the register 1 and was heading towards the door. So I told her she couldn't leave with the stuff. She goes, I haven't left the store yet. I said, you don't have to leave the store. You passed all points of payment. Mm-hmm. And then she started arguing that she was a Broward County Sheriff's Office and we were embarrassing ourselves and blah, blah, blah. And then she started walking out the door without the stuff.
So my understanding is this, she did not leave the store with the stuff?
She passed all points of sale.
All points of sale. Is that your guys' policy?
Yes.
Pass points of sale?
Yes, then we can ask her.
Okay.
And then she tried to push through me. She had 3 other bags full of meats and everything. And she said she came in with it. I said, you did not come in with it. You came in with absolutely nothing. Mm-hmm. She said, don't get in my way. Don't get in my way. And my staff took the bags out of the cart. Mm-hmm. And she left empty-handed. Well, I think she had Tylenols and stuff in her purse. But I didn't ask to look in her purse.
That's like Lantana Public stuff.
But this is where she's like trying to push, and she's just saying, take your stuff and go, take your stuff and go. And she's like, don't push through me, don't push through me. And they ended up just taking her bags out.
So I responded yesterday. I interviewed you quick just to get some fact-finding information. Today we're doing the sworn statement. Again, if you just give a brief statement of what happened yesterday.
Okay, so there was a black female, about 40 years old, who we were alerted by one of my staff that she was placing a lot of products into reusable bags, and she stashed a giant bag of product on the HBC aisle.
So again, staff members saw other Publix employees seen her selecting items off the shelf and placing them in her own.
She took 2 large bags off of the shelf, Hallmark bags, and began to fill them to the top with HBC items. And
again, for the record, what is HBC?
Health and beauty
supplies.
Health and beauty,
like kind of like shampoos and stuff like that.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, and then she stashed it and hid it kind of behind a Hallmark rolling rack.
So she concealed the items that she was going to take behind a
rack. Correct. And then she proceeded to continue shopping. She had a grocery cart, and she filled the grocery cart with bakery items, frozen food items. Then she went to the detergent aisle and filled the cart with a lot of cleaning products, kitchen towels, candles, mops, brooms. And then she was seen by our staff on that aisle loading the cart, and also with 3 reusable bags that she took and were stuffing products in the reusable bags on the detergent aisle, which we looked on CCTV and did in fact see her stuffing items in a reusable bag. That's when I approached her on the aisle and asked her if she needed help. I offered to ring up the whole cart of groceries she had to get her started. Because I said, I see you have a second grocery cart you're beginning to fill. Would you like me to start ringing up your first grocery cart? She asked me why I approached her, told me she was a Palm Beach County Sheriff's Officer and she wants to be treated.
Was it Broward County?
Excuse me, Broward County Sheriff's Officer. She said.
And when she said that,
she asked
did she
me
display
to
any badge or give any ID number or anything that would verify that she would be a law enforcement officer?
She did not. She just was upset that I was confronting her and asking her. She said for me to treat her like I treated everybody else. I said, ma'am, I'm asking you if you need assistance. I'm trying to provide premier service to you. And she copped an attitude because I asked her if I could help her. She continued to load a cart and load the second cart. She pushed the first cart up front. As she brought the second cart forward, she was passing all points of sale.
Did she go through like where the clerk is a self or to self checkout?
She went through an empty register, passing points of sale.
Okay, where nobody was working at
Correct. And she was, and myself and my customer service managers were standing on the front end, and she was trying to push past us.
To exit the store?
With product. And she insisted that she brought the product in and it was hers. But on CCTV, she brought nothing in with her. So
you guys saw her loading up items into the cart, into these bags. She went through an empty where you pay a register with no clerk there.
Passed all points of sale and attempted to exit the store with product.
Okay. And so at that time you called the sheriff's office? I
did. I called 911 because she had $1,300 worth of product that she was attempting to exit with. So while I'm on the phone with the 911 operator, she was rattling off her badge number to the 911 operator, and the operator heard her. And I described her clothing. I described the car to the 911 operator.
And what kind of car did she leave in?
She had a blue small Mercedes with temporary tags, and she was wearing all black. She had a lot of gold jewelry on, like 3 or 4 big, thick gold necklaces, looked like 5 or 6 anklets on each ankle. I believe she had gold jewelry on her hands and wrist. She had a Louis Vuitton fanny pack and quite a large Louis Vuitton purse.
Okay. And does Publix want to press charges?
Yes.
Okay. Would you be able to identify her if you've seen her in a lineup, possibly?
Possibly.
Okay. And you gave us the description as a blue Mercedes?
Correct.
Was it 2-door or 4-door?
I don't remember. I'd have to look at CCTV to make sure. It is clear on CCTV.
Yeah. But again, you said it had temporary tags?
Correct.
Okay. And the total amount taken, you stated was...
Well, she shopped $1,300 worth of product. She was trying to exit with the perishables when we stopped her. I'd have to get the total for you for the actual items she was trying to push through us to get out the door.
Okay, was $1,300 more or less?
That was what she completely gathered.
Okay.
She tried to just exit with the perishables. When she saw we were on the front end, she tried to push through us with the perishable items.
Okay. And yesterday I sent you an Exxon community link. You uploaded some videos, some photos that you had, and you said you're going to send some more videos today of
her selecting all the
items.
Yes.
Okay. And it is now 10:18. This will conclude this sworn statement.
11:43.
Yep.
You're good.
All right. Hey, Yasmin, how you doing? I'm a detective with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. One of the reasons we're here is to speak to you about an incident that occurred on February 3rd of this year. Before I talk to you, I have to read you your rights because I'm going to ask you some questions, and I'm just trying to get some clarification on something that happened down in Palm Beach County.
Palm Beach?
Yeah. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
You understand I'm a law enforcement officer from Palm Beach County, though?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to read you something, and then after that, I can give you some more information, and you can decide whether or not you want to talk to me. You understand that? I'm Detective Araujo with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. I'm required to warn you before you make any statement. You have the following constitutional rights. You have the right to remain silent, not answer any questions. You understand that? Okay. Do you want to know why I'm here?
Yes.
Okay. February 3rd of this year, around 9:45 in the morning, you were at a Publix on Lake Worth Road in that Mercedes-Benz, and you had an altercation with a female manager about some groceries. I guess she was following you around the store. You told her to leave you alone, and she continued to follow you. It appeared that you seen that she was harassing you. Do you recall that incident?
Yeah, but I left the store and she said that she something, I don't know, when I said okay, whatever, and I left.
No, I know you left. I got you on video leaving the store. More importantly is, when you made contact with her the first time, did you ever identify yourself as a Broward or a Palm Beach County Sheriff's deputy?
As a deputy?
Or a police officer?
Yeah.
Or a detective?
No.
No? Okay.
I'm nowhere near none of that.
Okay. Because the second time she made contact with you, she was on the phone with the 911 operator. And
She said, I'm going to call them. I said, they're right there outside.
She was on the phone.
Yeah,
she was on the phone with the operator.
They're right there outside.
And what I want to say is when she was on the phone with him, she said, yeah, and she's identified herself as the Palm Beach County Sheriff's detective.
I didn't even know I was in Palm Beach. So
And
and
then your voice is in the background clarifying that no, it was Broward, and then you provided your identification number. You provided an ID number. You don't remember doing that? No. What were your intentions when you were there?
My intentions were for her to leave me alone because I felt like she was harassing me.
Okay.
But to even say something along the lines of, I think that I'm someone else other than who I am.
Okay. Now, when you were grocery shopping there, why did you pass all point to sale with the grocery carts?
Just in the midst of trying to get something that I didn't need, but I didn't take anything.
No, you abandoned everything at the front door.
Yeah, I left everything, and the reason why I decided to do that is because I wanted to get back home to my children. Okay. I was in the midst of still going through my chemo, and I'm still going through now that I was getting dressed to go to now.
Okay.
And I can no longer go.
So you don't recall identifying yourself as a Broward County Sheriff's deputy?
That part.
Do you remember providing an identification number?
I don't.
Because in the 911 recording, you said, no, I'm a Broward.
Multiple people yelling. There was another black girl yelling.
No, but you're specifically saying that's who I am, and you identified yourself with an ID number.
No, I don't even know how ID number goes. How the numbers in it.
Okay. All right. So at this point in time, just so you know, you're being arrested for a Palm Beach County warrant for attempted grand theft. Okay, there was over $1,600 worth of groceries in those carts that you tried to walk out with.
$1,600?
Yeah.
That's not true.
Okay, well, and that's what the calculations came out to. And you're also being charged with impersonating a police officer, because we have you on an audio line.
But I never said I was a police officer.
Well, you did on audio. You said you corrected her. She said Palm Beach, and you said no, Broward. And then you provided an ID number, and you said that's who I am.
And I said that.
Yes, ma'am.
And you have all this on camera.
I've got more. I've got it on audio recording and 3 witnesses that said the same thing. So, yep. I'm sorry for your illness. I hope you get better, but you still, unfortunately, you have to go to jail. Miramar Police Department's going to take you to the county jail, book you in. Right now, you have no bond, but a judge can reset a bond here in Broward and bond you out. But for now, it's a no bond warrant until you prove who you are and you prove residency and the fact that you're not a flight risk.
Flight risk for what?
I mean, I don't know how they do it here in Broward. In Palm Beach County, you'd have to prove that you're not a flight risk and a valid address, and they'd probably let you go with a bond.
And then how do I get to Palm Beach County?
Well, if you post a bond here, you'll get a court date. If you don't post a bond here, then our fugitive unit will pick you up within the next 10 days and take you to Palm Beach.
So what do I do about being sick or anything?
Well, no, you'll let them know about your ailments. I mean,
Good?
Yep.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna stop the video right there. So, Little Miss Fake Broward County Deputy Sheriff Cop here, she did get arrested, and she did get time for impersonating a cop and also for grand theft. Now, I thought it was around $1,500, but at the end of the video, they stated that it was $1,600 worth of items that she was trying to steal from Publix. How much time do you guys think that she should get for this crime? Let me know in the comment section, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.